This time I cooked 2 sea breams and 1 mullet. But I have a 6.7 meters long boat with a single burner. How can I bake them? You can! Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Giuseppe, this is Maruzza, and we have been a team for decades.
I miei nipoti quando vedranno questa cosa, i miei nipoti!
Now, after years spent aboard a small boat, I have learned lots of tricks to make life on board not only possible, but stylish. Tricks I obviously use in the kitchen too. So, follow me and I'll show you how. But first, you need to catch what's going into the pot. The first thing is choosing the right spot. And it is never a sandy-bottomed bay, but rather a rocky point where anchoring isn't easy. So the first thing to do is check whether the anchor has somehow grabbed the seabed. And if not, I help it wedge it properly. These aren't anchorages for spending the night, just for fishing a couple of hours. I hunt with a mix of ambush and waiting, and if there is something around, I usually bring it home. Of course, I'm not a ninja, and sometimes I miss the shot in the most inexplicable and spectacular ways. Anyway, that's fine. The important thing is being in the water, especially when you meet some special guests, like this lionfish that came to visit us all the way from the Red Sea. For now, I'll say goodbye to him and look for something else. Sooner or later, the right catch always comes along. This time I've got 2 sea breams and a small mullet. Nothing fancy, but they turn out really good when baked. Except I don't have an oven. To cook something oven-style, you need a pan. Yeah, a pan with a lid.
If you enjoy this video, add a comment and a like.
If you use the pan with the lid in a clever and kind of scientific way, you can more or less recreate what happens inside an oven. And the result isn't that different. The recipe calls for 1 or 2 potatoes, depending on how much you like potatoes. Then, of course, the fish, some olive oil, garlic, lemon, and rosemary. And you are all set. Slice the potatoes thinly, so they cook faster. And you save gas too. Then pour some oil into the pan and add the potatoes. Then we prepare a couple of cloves of garlic and put them in the pan with the potatoes. Slice up a bit of lemon, it always goes well, and add it in. Throw in some rosemary, then chili if you like, salt to taste, mix everything together, cover the pan and light the fire. So what we do now, we heat the covered pan until steam starts forming from the potatoes. Lift the lid, let the steam and condensation out and put the lid back on. This way the pan never gets too humid, the potatoes don't steam, and they cook just like in a oven. You'll see, it's very similar and the result is excellent. While the potatoes cook, we get the fish ready. Stuff them with a bit of rosemary, make a few cuts along the back and tuck in some garlic. Add lemon slices and salt to taste. Then transfer the fish to the pan. Cover it again and we are good. At this point you do the same thing with the fish. So you wait until steam builds up in the pan, then release it regularly so the fish doesn't boil but bakes instead. Repeat this process as many times as needed until the fish is done. And we are basically finished. During cooking, make sure to spoon some of the juices over the fish. That's how the meat really soaks up the flavor. But it is also very important to lift the lid from time to time to let the excess steam escape. Otherwise, the fish ends up boiled, and that's no good. Alright guys, the fish is ready. Now it just needs to be eaten and tested. Guys, if we don't see each other here on the channel, we'll meet somewhere on the hook.
Ciao.